Hey Achievers, this is Maya, founder of Healthy High Achievers. Join our global community and create healthier routines to avoid burnout and feel more calm and healthy. Let's get to it. Hey Achievers, welcome back to the Healthy High Achievers podcast. If you're listening on the podcast, you will hear that this quality is a bit different than normally because I'm in Belgium right now. I'm visiting my family and I didn't bring my huge podcast camera, but I wanted to film. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see that I'm sitting in my parents' terrace. Some nice colors, love this yellow. And so a bit different this month, but still I felt inspired. And 2 days ago, I wrote this episode, and I wanted to talk about weekly planners because September is coming. And the planner vibe is starting. Everyone's buying their new weekly planner. Maybe you have two, or maybe you're using a digital tool like Notion, Trello, iCall. Personally, I love planners. In primary school, I loved nothing more than creating a timetable for the day, even when I wasn't really busy, from the moment I woke up until the moment I went to sleep. Time blocking my day was not even a hype yet, and I was already doing it, right? It just made me feel so great. It made me feel so productive, so useful. And today I'd like to challenge that thought. Do you need to time block every hour of your day in order to feel useful? You probably feel important when you use your time usefully and you don't want to waste time on things that only bring you fun and joy, but don't help you get things done because we always want to get things done. Now, what if you could have both? How can you plan your week to be productive while still creating space for flexibility and listening to your body? I felt inspired to write this month's episode after I saw a weekly planning platform that claimed to have found the most effective way to nail your productivity system. It said when you plan your week, you need to time block all 168 hours of the week ahead. I don't know about you, but the thought alone made me feel overwhelmed. Maybe it's because I've been living in Peru for the past 6 years, or because I've struggled through chronic disease. I wasn't sure if it was just me, so I checked with an American friend of mine. So I asked her, okay, if you were planning your coming week, would you time block all 168 hours of the week? And I'm asking you the same question. Would you? Or do you? And my friend was like, I'm getting an anxiety attack from just thinking about it alone. She said, as a perfectionist, I would want to follow that schedule to the dot, and I wouldn't even listen to my body anymore. There it was. And I thought to myself, there must be a better way to help people with planning their week in a flexible way to help my achievers. And if you're a member of Healthy High Achievers, you know that this is exactly what I've created. So today I'd like to share with you my 3 top tips on how to plan your week to be productive. And to give you a summary, 1 is dare to listen to your body. 2 is pick your one main focus plus 3 smaller priorities. And 3 is take it down a notch, 20% to be precise. So let's dive in. I'll break it down for you. Number 1, dare to listen to your body. I think we can all agree that scheduling is a mental activity. You use your brain to think about your priorities and your to-do list. You calculate how much time you need for each task. You coordinate activities with colleagues or family members. It's all in the mind, right? Once I tried scheduling a dinner on Friday night in Peru, and you probably heard about this on my Maya's Peruvian lifestyle episodes, but it was a Tuesday, I think. And my Peruvian friend said, Friday? I don't know how I'm going to feel on Friday. Vamos coordinando, which is like a vague Spanish expression to say, let's not plan too much in advance. I'm not saying you should get all flaky with your friends, but she did have a point. What about the way you're feeling that day? Do you put aside how you're feeling just to follow your schedule to the dot? A headache, it will pass. Didn't sleep well, I got stuff to do. Not feeling it, suck it up. It sounds odd, but we've forgotten how to live in our bodies and not in our minds, especially in the Western world. One of Healthy High Achiever's best quotes is, live in your body, not in your schedule. I'm going to repeat that just so that you remember it and it has more power, and you can say this to yourself when you need it. Live in your body, not in your schedule. When you have a headache, your body is telling you something. Your body is the most accurate biofeedback tool that exists. You don't need a smartwatch or any other fancy equipment, although I do have a smartwatch and it's great information to see what stresses me out or what stresses my body out, also foods, etc., and people, and what makes me feel relaxed. Your body is already giving you that data. You just need to listen. This is one of the first skills that I had to improve when chronic fatigue syndrome turned my life upside down. And I talked about this in my last episode about my life with chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia. And so I started doing body scan meditations to literally listen to every part of my body and learn the language of my own body. And I love learning languages. So this is my way of looking at it, right? Learning my body's language. You can have a fancy planner and still feel like you're behind on everything. Or, in other words, you can even follow that fancy planner to the dot and still feel like shit, right? The key word here is feeling. Start using your body as your compass. It's not easy at first, but if you're a very mind focused person, you'll struggle in the beginning. And I have clients who are engineers and IT managers, and they spend so much time in their heads that it takes baby steps, one tiny awareness exercise at a time, to reconnect with their bodies and their feelings. Now, I've created something great for this a long time ago, and it's still the most popular thing I offer, and it's the Give Your Brain a Break audio series, which helps you to reconnect to your body. It's a 10-day audio course of just 5 minutes a day that teaches you the easiest tricks and techniques to wind down your busy brain for just, I think, $9. So I'll put the link below in the show notes so that you can listen to day one, which is a free preview. Okay, you are not a robot. You are not superhuman. If you think you can do it all, then go skip to number 3, because you need to listen to this, or just stick around so that you hear this. Number 2, pick your one main focus and 3 smaller priorities. 3 years ago, my health coaching colleague challenged me to stop using a to-do list. Stop it. She asked me, if you stop using a to-do list for 2 weeks, it was during the Christmas holidays, I think, do you think things won't get done anymore? And at first I thought I'd have to remember everything. But guess what? Stuff still got done. My brain would start using its precious energy to only focus on the most important tasks. All the other would be nice to do this someday items are just fluff that put pressure on us, and we love putting pressure on ourselves. But not using a to-do list anymore, the fluff actually got done too, because I felt more at ease and I had more mental energy. You know that little voice in your head reminding you that there's always something more to get done? It was gone. It was so freeing. Today, I only use a list when I feel overwhelmed in the morning because I know it's going to be a busy day, for example. Other than that, I only use my weekly review template and keep my focus on the main theme or the main priorities that I want to get done this week. You can download it below as well. You can review when you review your week. Okay, you take a moment on Friday after work or on Saturday. You can refresh your focus and quickly identify your top priorities for the coming week. Disclaimer, if you hear this, I am outside, so you might hear maybe some birds, maybe a plane passing by right now. I just felt like sitting outside. It's just, it has been raining the whole morning, and right now the grass and the plants, the smell is just, I've missed this Belgian nature. That aside, when you review your week, you can refresh your focus and quickly identify your top priority for the coming week. So you can do this with my template. You will learn from what's working for you at this moment to get things done and feel balanced, and also learn what is not working for you and how you can make improvements week by week. Okay, number 3, take it down a notch, 20% to be precise. My last top tip is a very necessary let's get real moment between you and me, my friend. You and I are not so different from each other. Even though you think I got it all, I'm teaching this, so I'm got it all nailed down. No. Yes, I had to learn the hard way to chill out and stop being overly productive. In that sense, I think chronic disease was really a gift. But other than that, I still want to do a million things. I still sometimes believe that I will never run out of my mental battery, right? I still think I'm superhuman, even though my energy levels will always be lower than others. We are high achievers and we want to get stuff done, period. The truth is, you can be a healthy high achiever, hence the name, Healthy High Achievers. You can do yourself a favor right now and start simplifying your life. Life will never stop happening. This is something brilliant that one of my clients said when he was hesitating if he should start working with me or not yet. Life was still too busy. And he said, you know, Maya, the moment I subscribed to Healthy High Achievers, I became a member because I realized that life will never stop happening. So better work on it now. Now have an honest look at this week's schedule right now. Stop this video, take your weekly schedule as if you were looking at it from a friend's perspective. Have a look and ask yourself, am I overdoing it? It's like, I like to compare it to serving your plate when you're very hungry, right? And maybe even hangry. You want to eat it all and you want to serve yourself a big portion, but in reality, you start eating and you realize it's too much and you only eat half of it. The same goes for your schedule. If you're a high achiever, you are hungry and maybe even hangry in life to get stuff done, so you fill up your schedule like crazy, only to find that half of it, of what you planned, can be done. And then you get frustrated and disappointed in yourself. But the thing is, your expectations of yourself are just too high. And our baseline of what we think we can do in a week is often so distorted. So sometimes I have my coaching clients keep a journal about what they actually got done in a week instead of a to-do list, like a done list, right? So they can create a new realistic baseline. Now, in this case, I might not know you in person, and a blog post or a podcast episode is more of like a one-way street. So I'll give you a rule of thumb. Schedule the way you are used to scheduling, and then take it down a notch, 20% to be precise. A schedule is just a mental idea of what we can get done in a day or a week. It's just an idea. It's not always, and definitely not for high achievers, correct. Take it down by 20%, okay? And you'll feel a lot better about yourself to start with. Now, if you're hungry or maybe even hangry to learn more about my flexible planning method that I created from my Belgian mindset and my Peruvian lifestyle, I'd love to see you on the Healthy High Achievers platform. We're opening the doors officially with our new method and everything on 6 October 2022. So join the waitlist today, and I'll put the link in the show notes, and get your invite to a free goal and intention setting workshop that we'll be doing together online. I hope to see you there, Achievers. Take care. Dear Achievers, I hope you liked this episode. If you did, please subscribe and share with your friends, anyone who needs to hear this. You're super welcome to join us at healthyhighachievers.community as well. See you there.